Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge video. Hope you had a relaxing weekend behind you and that you're looking forward to get your week started. But first, as always, we have a brand new Galactic challenge to take care of. And today we are taken to Death Star, where we have to take down a squad of rebels to get max rewards using our Empire troops. So as always, I'll cover the modifiers and defeats first and then show you the battles. There'll be YouTube chapters below if you want to skip through. So I've got 5 battles today in total for you. So the first one will be full Empire squad, and then 4 different options there for the stealth feat that I put together. So let's first now look at the global modifier for Death Star. I actually do like this modifier a lot, because what we do get is with volatile energies we get the super laser blast ability. This ability, as you will see, is very powerful because it instantly defeats the target and they can't be revived. And the way you charge up this ability, anytime any unit takes a turn, so either your allies or enemies, it will increase by 5%. So you will definitely want to keep an eye out on the charge as well as the turn order. Luckily now we do have it in the game, just to make sure it's one of your guys that uses this, not the enemy. Now let's look at the Imperial modifier. It's quite a fun one. I do like it a lot. So whenever the leader in your slot uses a special ability, calls all its Empire allies to assist, which is really cool. And on top of it all, we also get Snowtrooper Operative summoned, although today's challenge he didn't do a whole lot. I think he just died off to an AoE right at the beginning. And in terms of the rebels, luckily they're getting the weaker rebel modifiers, not the odds one, where is this whole kind of corner mechanic. But yeah, nothing too crazy here, I think, really for rebels. To be honest, I didn't notice anything game breaking from them. In terms of the feats, we have to win with a full team of Empire units, win without losing a unit. This was maybe a little bit trickier one. And then as well, complete the battle after gaining stealth 10 times. That's what I mentioned before. There'll be 4 different stealth teams for you to choose from, so hopefully you can get something to work from one of them. But first off, we gotta get out of the way the Empire feat. So obviously you've got various Empire squads, whatever you put together. I heard some people that their Grand Inquisitor and Riva, they can get something to work, but I appreciate that wouldn't be the most accessible team. Obviously, if you do have Lord Vader, probably is going to be great as well. Obviously, Palpatine, Veers, they won't work, their leaderships, because of Admiral Redis will constantly be dazing your Empire guys whenever they do get a bonus turn meter. So then we're just left with the good old Darth Vader lead that removes turn meter, and as well damage over times will not expire, will be keep reapplying. So we got lots of turn meter removal, which will come in handy. Then bringing in Piet for the Emperor's Trap, just to boost the damage a little bit for Vader. Thrown there for the fracture, turn meter swap. Then we need some sort of tank, so either Royal Guard, Shore Trooper, some sort of tank to take a few hits for us. And then also bringing in Gideon for Demoralized, and as well, you know, he can remove turn meter, which will be nice. Okay, so let's go ahead now and hop in the battle, and let me show you how I run this team. They go first. There's absolutely no way I was able to outrun Admiral Radis. So I'm gonna go ahead merciless. So this is where modifier coming in handy, giving us lots of assists. Now, good thing about Darth Vader's basic, Rebels and Jedi, they cannot resist the ability block. They cannot evade his basic. So what I want to go ahead now is just go around, do some basics just to get ability blocks on these guys so they can't do too much. Gonna do a force crash over on Chirrut. There we go, get nice stun there from Royal Guard on its basic. Do a basic over there as well. I'm just going to go ahead, let's go ahead, call here base. Unfortunately was not enough, and here I'm going to go ahead put Mark over on Royal Guard just so he can taunt for us a little bit. And no sense of doing turn meter removal now because we are dazed, so we won't be able to gain turn meter after we remove it. So I just decided to do armor shred. Now I can go ahead here, drop a fracture on Redis. There we go, perfect. And now I can go ahead and do the turn meter removal ability. Now Darth Vader's turn meter cannot be removed, so you know he's got days, doesn't matter. So just to push everybody's turn back, so now Vader can go to town again. There we go. Let's go ahead, pop hit on Radis so we don't get counterattacked there by base. There we go, we got 95% of volatile energies. Unfortunately their base got a taunt, so maybe dropping that AoE wasn't too smart because it triggered taunt on base. So I'm just gonna waste the super laser blast on base instead of Radis. So a little bit misplay there from my end, but we'll just go get to work, get to another round of Merciless already. So you can see the turn meter removal there, both from Darth Vader's lead as well as there from Gideon, helping us a little bit keep these guys under control. There we go, we called Cheered as well. I'm just gonna keep hammering their Radis. Let's do an AoE here, let's see if we can get some days on the board. Perfect. There we go. Let's go ahead and swap turn meter again with Vader. Let's go ahead and do a force crash over here. No assist there because all of my guys are dazed, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and do a basic on Radis to get a stun on him because he was ability blocked. Perfect. Let's go ahead and I guess just do another basic. So we are at 95%. I just decided there to make sure to land ability block on Jean, so she doesn't actually uses the super laser blast. Again, a bit of a misplay. I think I could have used it on Radis there instead of K2 when I triggered a taunt, but still, there we go. Managed to pull off, take these guys down, and this is basically it. How you can use Empire, utilizing Vader's basic, constantly ability blocking, removing turn meter from his leadership, and obviously Fracture there, allowing us to keep Radis under control. Alright, so now we have to take care of the stealth feed. Very ways to do it. So the first team I'll show you is with Darth Maul. With Maul's lead, obviously your Sith allies will gain stealth. Also the beginning, they will be gaining 20% turn meter as well, because they will start with stealth. So this will actually allow Vader to go first, so be able to get a round of ability blocks. Obviously, if you do have Sith Eternal or Lord Vader, they're both Sith, so they could make this thing easier as well under Maul lead for the stealth. But I'm just trying to do this without Galactic Legends. Hopefully it gives you enough flexibility. But this is just to highlight the Darth Maul's lead for your Sith allies, that it can obviously work. So this is where Vader now goes first because of Maul's leadership. Just gonna go around, do basics, ability block everybody, just to slow down their special abilities. Alright, let's go ahead now and drop a force crash. Everybody's ability blocked. Darth Vader, that's fine. He did his job. He slowed them down. Now these guys, they have quite high tenacity, it seems, because they're resisting a lot. Now we go. Actually, Maul was able to get some days, which is nice. Again, just to slow them down a little bit. Now I'm just going to go ahead and isolate Radis. Again, just to slow him down, increasing his cooldowns. Then Darth Nihilus can follow up with a cooldown increase as well. There we go, there goes Maul, that's okay. How are we doing with volatile energy? There we go, we're at 100%. I can just go ahead, insta-kill Radis. He's not coming back, Jean won't be able to survive. There we go, annihilate their base as well, and now we just need to clean up the rest of the board. Obviously not the cleanest here team. When I was doing some testing, when I did use Sith Eternal actually, I was able to keep everybody alive. So definitely, again, if you do have Lord Vader or Sith Eternal, probably that thing will be easier, keeping everybody alive, but that's okay. We got the stealth feed done with these guys, nonetheless. All right, let's move now on to the next stealth team as well. So as you can see, showing that stealth feed counted. Bad Batch I found was also, if you do have them, quite an easy team here. We got a daze out there, we get some stuns. Perfect, there we go. Oh, they got some resists. Now we go, a couple of more stuns there with an AoE from Wrecker. Okay, and it's a usual exercise. You just kind of keep hammering Radis as much as you can. Base there, and Chew died off already from Chew damage. They're making a little bit of a comeback here. There we go. Let's go ahead, just checking the turn order here, making sure that one of my guys is taking turn next, so I can use Super Laser Blast, get Radis out of here. Now it's just a case of finishing off Jean, and down she goes. Plenty of stealth there between Echo and Hunter for your team. So the next stealth team that I do have is under Teebo. So just use Jedi, but to be honest, you can use anything under Teebo, any sort of Galactic Legend as well if you do have, because with Teebo, I think whenever any unit takes a turn at the beginning of their turn, they have like 55% chance or something like that, 50% chance to gain stealth, and that's basically it. You just have to win. Doesn't matter if Teebo dies off. But I tried with Jedi because I thought, they could be good here with the stuns and marks and everything. They get to go first, Poor Teebo died off already, but that's okay. Saver triggered, so we'll just have to now, let's go ahead spread some buffs. So base wastes his AoE, and I'm gonna go ahead and mark Redis. Again, taking the turn order now that we do have it, just to keep an eye on it. There we go. Let's get a must stun out there just to slow the rest of the guys down. Jhin, obviously, she got Zeta, she cannot be stunned, and we'll just keep going here. Let's go ahead and swap turn meter with Grandmaster Yoda. You gotta be a little bit careful here with the AoEs. As you can see there, Revan got 5 critical hits, which means he's got 5 stacks of expose on him, but luckily with the foresight he will be able to evade one of those attacks when they come in. So just have to manage a little bit here your AoEs and foresight, making sure. There we go. We are down already up to 95 charge. That's why I checked that the Revan goes after Yoda, so he was able to take down Redis. And with Redis down, things become mostly straightforward here. You still have to be a little bit careful with the base, because anytime you gain a buff, he's constantly gaining bonus turn meter, and then his AoE can actually do some big damage if you don't have foresight. So there we go, taking Jhin down just to stop her from reviving. She's got nasty AoEs as well and stuns. There we go, with Jhin down, things obviously become very, very easy. There we go, let's go ahead and do a basic. Alright, let's go ahead and use volatile energies, take down K2, and now just to clean up these two guys, base and Chirrut, marking off Chirrut, finishing off base, and this would as well get you the stealth feat done also. But again, you know, you can use anything really under Teebo lead, just kind of to highlight his leadership. And finally, we've got R2-D2 with his smoke screen giving out stealth. Obviously in the past I have run him under Padme, under Rey Jedi training, but Padme didn't really work all that well. I just kind of killed them off too fast because of courage. Rey Jedi training, because of all those debuffs, it won't work as well, I think. So what I decided to try out, now that I do have Zori, try to do it with Fane, because obviously R2-D2 is resistance, so we'll be able to quickly reduce his cooldowns because of exposes. So he can use his smoke screen a couple of times. Zori herself gains stealth, so that's what you really need to gain stealth times. So let's hop in the battle and let me show you how this one will go. Again, outrunning Redis is almost impossible. So he starts off with an AoE, my Finn goes next, and I'm going to go ahead here, swap turn meter with Poe. So Poe can do his turn meter removal and AoE expose, then we do an AoE to proc those exposes, giving us turn meter. Let's go ahead, get some assists. Perfect, let's use smoke screen for the first time. See if we can get a stun on somebody. There we go, perfect, we got a stun. Again, let's go ahead, swap turn meter with Poe. He's got another AoE already. Definitely Finn's lead here, really reducing our cooldowns. There we go, another smoke screen already. So at this point, your stealth feat is basically done. Took down base, he was constantly taunting, so I had to go for him. And let's go ahead actually, and we got 2 exposes, so I could chuck an AoE to give some turn meter, but let's actually here swap with Poe. Unfortunately, didn't have another one of his special abilities ready, but it's okay. Let's go ahead now, get some burning going. There we go. We've got a super laser blast taking down Admiral Redis, and now we just have to clean up here. Just kind of here stalling a little bit to get to another smoke screen just in case you need it, and that's pretty much it. So actually Finn team worked really well. I was surprised actually, even without obviously Omicron there on Zori active, was able to burn through these guys. And that's it, that's all what I wanted to show you in today's video. Hopefully it was useful and helpful, obviously showing you that Empire team under Darth Vader, and then 4 different ways to get stealth, just showing you, you know, the mechanics, and then you can fit around hopefully some teams, Galactic Legends, whatever you've got available in your roster. Thank you for watching, I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.